I'm sure y'all already heard, but Biden say that the pandemic is over. It's over. So we ain't got to worry about it no more, they say. Y'all remember this video about a rapper named Future? Future, what was to happen in the future, evidently. Like, this is their predictive programming, and he had that song called Mask On, Mask Off. So we already know that they say that the situation gone. They say it's gone, but it's coming back, man. The song called Mask On, Mask Off, man. That's what it's been for all these years. Which leads me to pandemic. You know what I'm saying? You see this whole situation has been unfolding ever since 2019. It's been going down. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of lockdowns. Everybody just going through a lot of stress. You know, a lot of putting those masks on, and a lot of people taking the jabs and everything. But the word pandemic, I need you to pay attention to that word right there. Pan is the key word that we paying attention to right now. So panic, sudden uncontrollable fear or anxiety, often causing wildly unthinkable behavior. And that's what people was doing. Everybody was going through a situation where, you remember back when Trump told people to drink bleach, people actually did it. You know what I'm saying? People was going through, people right now, they got their mask on in their car, they got their gloves on. They not taking them off, man. They taking everything that you can offer them. If whatever they come out with, these people are willing to take it because they're going through this panic. Now I need you to understand the word panic came from that God named Pan. You know what I'm saying? When they seen this thing, they would panic. That's where the word came from. This right here is the representation of that deity, Pan. I know y'all seen it before. You know what I'm saying? You see the flute in his hand. I'm going to show you how this all ties in with a lot of stuff that we've been taught, even from as kids. You see the hoof feet. You see what I'm saying? You've seen this. Like I say, you've seen it. This is another representation of it again. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You see? It's the same deity, as you can see. Now, this deity right here like to draw the kids in. You know how these Satanists do. You know these people that's doing all the traffic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get hemmed up. This video already might get hemmed up, but you know what I'm saying? The people that's doing all that. As you can see right there, right beside this satanic object is representation of little kids. You know, following. Now the thing about this Pan situation is, you know, it's been put in our faces ever since we was kids. You know, this right here, Peter Pan. You feel me? It's been right in our faces the whole time. What did he go do? He went and got some kids to come with him to Never Never Land, right? And what happened? They was running away. The way he got the lost boys, the people he already had, the little kids he already had, that didn't never grow up. He took them to Never Never Land, but he found those boys in a park where their parents turned their backs and didn't see their kids. So he would lure them in. And this is Peter Pan now. Somebody that lost his memory, couldn't remember a damn thing. Now Peter Pan took him to this island. Not too long ago, we heard about this island, this Epstein Island, all these situations. So this Peter Pan was taking them to this place. All these kids, he lured them in with the flute. With the flute, I just showed you who invented that flute situation. He lured these kids. They follow him. He's playing this instrument to lure them to Never Never Land, where they'll never grow up. And see what's so crazy in the story is Wendy is the person that Peter Pan, well, she likes Peter Pan, but Peter Pan, he don't understand all that type of stuff. He's, I guess, into the boys. oh yeah. The person who wrote the Peter Pan, that put this book out, had an factuation. I couldn't say it. Factuation with an 8-year-old kid. Made friends with this kid. You know what I'm saying? Because he claimed to the kid's parents that he had lost his son or daughter or something, so he could get close to this little kid. and then wrote a letter to the kid confessing his love, basically. Yeah. But in Peter Pan, Wendy, she grows up at the end of the thing or whatever. I ain't getting all the way into it because I can't even remember. But the agreement that her and Peter Pan made was for her to give her daughter to Peter Pan so she can come to Never Never Land. And then when she got too old, her daughter had to come. It was like in a covenant, an agreement to keep on getting these kids, man. You know how freaky that is, man, when you really think about it. Then you get your representations of Pan in real life. The Pied Piper. Same thing. Pied Piper. You remember this dude? Him and Aaliyah. Aaliyah was like 15. He was in his later 20s or whatever. And then he got his little masquerade situation going right there. You remember he went through this phase. This dude right here had everybody following him, didn't he? Everybody. He even called himself the Pied Piper in everybody's face. Ain't nobody care. You know what I'm saying? As long as he was making good music, people was all in. And that's that's a damn shame, man. There you go. Why R. Kelly called himself the Pied Piper? Because he was playing that Pan role, that Baphomet situation, right? As you can see. I think that's why all these people, do the sacrifices with their kids. They give up their firstborn and stuff like that. You ever notice how many people lose their firstborn and stuff? I'm just saying. Then you got the real one. The real one. This one right here was raised as a kid, probably going through the situations. And then he went on to do the same thing. He started off black, too. He started off as a Negro. And then he turned into a woman. I don't know what kind of, ritual that was, but he went through it. Or that was a clone. I don't know what the hell. They could have had him just replaced. I don't know. But I heard after he had his hair set on fire that everything switched. They won't him no more. And if you thought I was playing, you remember Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch? Neverland Ranch. I used to try to take up for him when I was younger. I said, man, he did this because he never got to live his childhood. He was actually always working. And I said, nah, man, it's just like it's just like that Pan situation, man. It's the same thing. This dude right here, Peter Pan. He had Macaulay Culkin and everybody at his house, didn't he? Allegations left and right. This dude go to court. He dancing on top of his SUV and shit, putting on a spectacle because we was all in on it when we was watching. When he held this baby over the balcony, everybody was watching, holding their breath. But this dude, the whole time, he was with that shit. Come on, man. What grown man gonna get a whole carousel and theme park in the back of their house just to attract kids, man? That's the only reason you would have something like that. All these parents dropping their kids off to this dude to drink Jesus juice and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we fell for this character, man. He led us down through that. He was that kid that never grew up. That's why he acted like that. He was the representation of Peter Pan in our faces. He was the kid that never grew up. You think about how Michael Jackson talked. He talked just like a little ass kid while he was on camera. Behind the scenes, who know? He might have had a deep voice. I don't know what the fuck was happening, but they played the shit out of us. Just remember,